Prepare for action! Prepare for adventure! Prepare for a rip-roaring time on the quest for the Quantum Road!
And welcome back to Quest for the Quantum Rose. When last we left our heroes, they had just wrapped up a mighty hunt against a pack of fearsome chainsaurus from another dimension called the Retroverse, in the employ of a very strange rainbow-hued elfin individual named Chaos, who has basically hired our crew as big game hunters for the day. Accompanying them, and currently sitting in stunned silence, is a drow star pirate wearing a very fancy hat. So you all are standing in the ruins of what used to be an artist's colony, apparently. The bodies of dead humanoids and other alien life forms are strewn about the roads, and now there are a bunch of dead dinosaurs. And correct me if I'm wrong, did you subdue one of them? Was one of them captured alive, or did they all?
I thought we subdued like two of. I think we subdued all but two of them.
Yes, the ones with the red X's were killed, and the other ones were, I believe, in this order. Caxos just. I don't know. I don't remember how he did it, but I'm pretty sure he 1v1 and KO'd the heck out of a Chainsaurus. And then Willow, completely dechained.
I dechained one. I stuck my laser sword in its mouth, whipped it in a circle to cut off its teeth, then shut it off and smacked it in the throat while I had an arm around its neck to just rodeo right into the ground.
Okay.
The first one, I'm pretty sure I just non-lethally, critically smited the first one.
Which now I'm only picturing as Cactus, which I'm pretty sure you've done a smite like this twice. You just literally lightly poke it with a stick and suddenly.
Oh, like a taser or something, or
yeah.
Holy.
Well, this one I think I came from the roof down.
Oh my God! What Caxos did was basically that one episode in the later season of Ed, and Nettie where Ed experiences static electricity for the first time.
Oh boy.
And just zappity zap zap double D poke, the entire house explodes. Tag you're it. Double D falls over unconscious.
Great. That's I love you, Cactus, but that's all your smites are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
static.
It's just a static
wing.
shock.
Yeah.
It's a static shock, but it makes a mini nuke.
Beautiful.
Good grief.
A mini nuke in the form of a cloud of like fireflies.
Nice.
I believe also last session we learned why a hunter's mark is the best ranger spell, because I can just move it so much.
Yes. Like a good hex, it really just gets everywhere.
Yes.
What was it?
Still up.
It's the American Hexpress card. It's everywhere you want to be. Anyway, so you all have your quarry that you have been sent to collect. So these are all medium-sized creatures. Each one of them is about roughly the size of a normal medium humanoid. You do have to bring back some kind of a proof of kill, I guess. A unique identifier trophy, be it a head or a chain or whatever. However you want to handle this, Chaos basically needs to have each creature accounted for in order for you to get proper pay.
Right.
Lucky
Willow.
Raptor's
That sounds amazing. You said lucky Raptor's foot, right, Sage?
I didn't hear that, Sage. Could you repeat that?
Lucky Raptor's foot.
That's what
Lucky raptor's foot. Yes, love that. Love
Beautiful.
Well,
I'm gonna let everyone else go
actually,
first before I start. my thing.
Chainsaurus don't have raptor claw.
that. They just have like regular theropod feet.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I meant as soon as I said it.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Willow gets.
Oculus, on the other hand.
Yeah, Willow gets up and just sort of like dusts the seat of her pants off, like like a cowgirl at the rodeo who just like hog-tied something, and then just looks up and is like, "All right, that's done and over with," and looks over to Cax, like, "You good there, Cax?"
Kind of. And I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. And then she's like, then she looks to the shield and the sword that you've got, and she's like, and looks to the dead ones and just goes, "Chaos said we had to bring something like back, right?
Yes.
Did they say whether or not we could keep them?"
I mean,
Actually,
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
sure they have to reclaim the parts as company property.
I believe Val actually put an addendum in her.
Oh yeah, she gets one, right? Like a gimme.
I'm allowed to take a DNA sample from every specimen,
Right.
and you see,
Didn't we
I don't
also,
think there was any definition put to DNA sample.
And didn't we also
like how
manage
big or small?
Didn't we also hash out that because these are from another dimension, they technically don't own them?
Oh, yeah,
there's
there-
no
there's no copyright on the
enforceable
genetic.
copyright
Right.
here.
So Val is okay. So this is segueing into. I was going to let everyone go first, but you can see Val walk around to each one with this little like strange like she's got a weird veterinary contraption that I'm just gonna. It's so niche. I feel like it can just fall into her med kit or whatever. Where she's going around just with this almost pistol-looking thing, like, and pulling just a blood sample from each one.
I'll say that yes, you could have probably some kind of a needle and syringe set up in your med kit.
Okay, okay, cool. I am pulling blood samples from all of them, and I'm just like, "Hey, Cax, that one over there. I haven't gotten to that yet. Could you pull me a DNA sample of some kind? I don't care how big or small." And I'm not looking up, so
Yeah.
whatever
Willow-
Cax does is Cax's thing.
Willow smirks and walks over to Cax and puts the. How tall is Cax, by the way?
I mean, it depends because it's pretty hunched back. I mean, it's pretty hunched, but it's around 6 or 7. It's like 10 feet long.
Yeah. Willow's 5'9". So would she be able to put her hand on his shoulder?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm walking on my sticks, yes, and a lot of times I am. So.
Yeah. She puts a hand on his shoulder and just pulls on him slightly so he'll bring his head down to her level. And
Yes.
she just goes, "Take the heads. Dual chainsaw sword skulls." She just has the biggest shit-eating grin on her face and just like waggles her eyebrows at him knowingly.
Do you need the spine?
I was thinking for you, big guy, but I mean, if you want to give them to me, I wouldn't say no to a pair of just like, I mean, she holds up her laser swords. Like, I'm good with these, but if we can manage to make like short swords out of them and they can still rev up like that, I'm not gonna say no to it. Especially
I'm imagining like a Monster Hunter like dual blades fighter, but with
Yeah.
like dual chainsaws.
There's actually one dual blades that are two chainsaws.
I was imagining them as like a pair of katars, like 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 from India, the katars, but that you can just like with a little like handle on them, you can rev them up with when you stick your hands in them.
Lord.
Now we can do the coward thing and make like 2 chainsaw blades, or we can be brave and make a chainsaw bow.
Or
Wait a
you
second,
Could be extremely stupid and create chainsaw chucks.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh yes.
I mean, if somebody would be, if we're allowed to keep one whole corpse, I would love to use some of the bone and tendon to create a bow.
I feel like there's enough genetic material here that you could get your claims and probably harvest, I want to say, enough organic material to make 2 weapons.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I mean, they said they need the bodies back. They don't need the skeleton inside of it technically.
I mean,
You
'cause
can give
Hey,
them meat.
look, I only paid attention to. I made it very clear that the only thing I have to return is a few genetic samples, and if we don't kill something, we keep the alive thing. So that's all I'm legally required to do.
I mean,
Right.
it's basically
Chaos was
like,
very clear that if any specimens survived, that they needed them taken in alive and as uninjured as possible, so that she could bring them back.
Yeah. So we have 2 live ones. That's what Chaos wants. These other 3, have fun, guys.
4, I thought. Wasn't there 6 of them altogether?
Wait, is there 6?
3.
You're alive.
I see 5.
I think we fought 6, so I don't
There's-
know where.
Oh, you know what?
Oh no, there's another one somewhere. Guys, keep your eyes out.
One run off. One ran away.
Wow.
Yeah, one chickened
Oh.
out.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it gonna come
This-
back?
That's the one over here on the bottom, right? This is the one that chickened out.
Yeah, I was gonna say is I don't think chickening out was really an option for him. So like, I'll be honest, I didn't have a chance to review the session last time, so that's my fault.
That's fine. Can I make an animal handling check just to have him there and not?
Well, okay, so
I just want a
ultimately,
pet.
ultimately, all of them have to be dealt with or removed from the situation for it to be considered a successful mission. So no
So
survivors.
Okay, so we have to go get him. I'm not going to lie when the game is afoot. All right. Can some?
Oh, hey, there's Vexy.
All right. So, anybody have
Hey.
anything to tie these things up?
Hey.
Hey.
Check my equipment.
Are you on your phone?
I'm
Yes,
totally
I am.
Uh-huh.
referring to the bard.
Can you tell via the shitty audio quality?
That's okay.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi.
Of the artistic rubble that's currently
Sure.
around us, does
Yeah.
anything look valuable?
If you were a collector, maybe. A lot of this has been broken, and they were dealing primarily in glass. It seems like this particular art colony dealt mostly in fulgurites, like glass-blown sculptures and other
Oh. Is it-
basically using sand or silicate as a medium, right? So there's
Yeah,
a lot
is
of
it-
really breakable shit here.
Any that are unbroken, maybe in the rubble at all?
You are welcome to make an investigation check to see if you can come up with anything.
Yay.
While it's happening, when Val mentions anything to tie them up with, Willow reaches into her backpack and just goes way ahead of it and takes out like several rolls of duct tape and just unrolls one.
All right, cool.
Because I have vent tape in my backpack.
All right. So.
16 on the
I'm
check.
gonna cut off my eye for a second so I'm not recording. All right, everyone, off the books for a second. How cool are you with lying to the person that we've made a contract with?
I have no idea what
I mean, didn't you guys technically haven't we already technically fibbed to the Lakshayans about the laser dog in our ship?
Yeah, illegal weapons across the galaxy.
Which reminds me, we should get him a bonus, Sean, from this.
We should what?
We should get Zappa a little bone to chew on, like one of the femurs or something. If he's into
I
it.
take my
See if
knife
he
out
just
and I
see if
just
he
go through a fucking arm, like, cause the arm's just like small
Just to
enough that
see
it's
it-
just like that. I'm just like, there, we got something for him.
just to see if it sparks his interest. You know, he'll be alone on the ship for a while. We need to give him something to play with.
You're proposing to bring him back a souvenir.
Yes. I'm literally just gonna take from the elbow down from one of the dead ones, just with one swift motion with my fucking Bowie knife, and all right, got something for Zap.
Bring me a drumstick.
Are we really just gonna eat one of these?
Did Cal say that aloud in character?
Yes, absolutely. And you think she won't?
Willow
You know
blinks-
what? Honestly,
Willow blinks for a couple of seconds when she hears that, not really expecting that from Cal, and then just smirks, takes out one of her laser swords, and just hawks off one of the legs.
well, all
Of
we
one of the
need,
dead ones.
if you're gonna craft weapons from this, all you need is the bone. So why not use the meat? Also, what I'm suggesting to everyone, if you are open to this suggestion, there's one more out there. They likely have numbers on how many of these they brought. We could go take it out, hobble it, say we can only get a minor thing from it, like maybe a toe, and I could keep something on deck for interesting situations later if possible.
Are we talking about taking one alive?
I'm talking about taking one alive.
She thinks Will gives her a look.
Don't
that
we already
says,
have one alive?
No, one for us.
Like, she means for us to keep. Like, we take out its tracking implant and keep it on the ship.
You see a smirk on Islin's face. Like, that's gonna cost you extra.
How much
That's
extra,
gonna cost you
Islin?
guys something.
Hey, Islin,
Willow-
how much?
Willow puts a hand up before she says anything. She just looks at Valor. She's like, "Hon, we're talking about keeping a wild animal on a very small spaceship where there is a tiny dog that can eat it, and also people, and where it could kill us in our sleep."
Also, it has a chainsaw for a face.
As Cax says that, she points to him, just like, see? She's like,
Whoa.
"And it has a chainsaw for a face. I don't think we can domesticate it."
Well, you stay on a ship with me, don't you?
Do you have a place where you can put it in the ship that you know that when it activates its face,
It won't
it
get out.
won't ruin everything?
Yeah, you saw the markings back there, hon. You saw the markings. It can carve through stone. What if it punches a hole in the ship and then creates a vacuum and we all die?
I say we grab their stupid faces and make a railgun.
I still think it's worth at least a shot. And
Well-
honestly, if it will listen to me while we're on planet, then it'll listen to me in the ship. If it won't listen to me down here, well, I just assume that we can knock it out and drag it back and give it to the scientist.
I think it's safer just to knock it out and bring it back to the sciences, and that's after seeing it wreck Caxos's face.
Well,
And when she says, she points to Cax and says, "And Cax, you said turn it into a railgun?"
Yeah, didn't Val say they were with like magnetic bone plates?
yes, they do. Which,
Stack them together.
Caxos, I don't know if I don't know if their magnets are strong enough for a railgun.
But we could
But-
still make some kind of.
But
some
I'm
kind of
interested.
rudimentary gun.
You could make a heavy crossbow railgun with. No, check here. Hold on. You take two snouts. You place them up, magnets together at the center. You place the long end of the snout towards the outside as the long arm. The skull already has a groove structure that's running along the midline for you to run a cable through.
I know this.
And properly stimulated, the magnetic organ in the back of the skull would serve as a rail accelerator.
Two things. One, I would need to make sure that magnetic organ doesn't decay over time, and two, I do not want a crossbow to save my life. I'm going for a bow if I'm going for anything from this thing.
Who said it? Who said it would be you? Cax is
Oh.
the one who uses
I mean,
tribal instruments.
if Cax wants a I didn't. My apologies. I didn't take Cax for a crossbow.
I
person.
don't
Do you want
want a crossbow. I want to be in range to bite my opponent's face off.
All right. So once we get these things tied up, who wants to help me hunt down that last one? Because I'm gonna try for it.
I think we need to have at least a rest before we do that. Because again, Cax. I'm pretty sure Cax's face needs medical attention or at least some more healing.
I have
You also notice-
I have a whole thing going on, like a.
Cax, how are you looking,
theme.
by the way, health point wise? I know you can't secure
I'm
wounds on
looking.
yourself.
I'm looking over half, but at some point I was at 2 HP. So
No, wait. So,
I'm
do you mind if I ask what you're at?
I'm at 26 now,
Out of.
out of 40.
All right. So I'm gonna. Cax, do you want me to look at that? I am a doctor.
It's okay. A couple molds and it won't be noticeable.
Oh my God.
I'm
You
at
are.
23.
also if Islin has a very much deeper V than you left her the last time.
Yeah,
Because she got chainsawed too.
yeah, I'm at 23
well-
out of 31.
You're at 23. Okay. So who here needs medical attention?
Islin.
Wait, Islin? What are you?
Islin's at 13 of 31.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I said she has a deeper V than you left her with.
Okay, so I'm going to. If everyone would sit down for a second, I like to try to.
Are y'all going
fix-
to take a rest in here?
Yeah, we can rest like a short rest.
Yeah,
and
I say
then
a short rest.
Oh, actually, can I do one thing before we take our rest?
Sure.
Both Island and actually everyone who lost HP, I'm going to use my healer's feat, and I'm gonna heal you up a little bit with my medical expertise.
Healer's feet, is that like Dr. Scholl's? I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
not
What
sorry.
do you want? Don't lie to us.
see-
We know you're not sorry.
You can't get inspiration points in your own game, okay?
That's too powerful.
No, that's okay.
He can, and I'm afraid
I'll
how he
allow
would
it.
use them. Anyways, so I'm gonna use the healer feat, which would each one of you is going to get. Let me reread this just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure I wrote this down correctly, but I want to make sure I'm not doing something like not.
It's on D&D Beyond. It's a feat from 5e or from Dark Matter.
It's
It's in 5e.
As an action, you can spend one use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature's wounds and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice. So if we're all level 4, that's 4 hit. 1d6 plus 8.
Yeah, but that's
'cause
for
we have
that's
4
only
hit
for
dice.
that's only for one person.
No, I can do. Well, yes, it's for one person at a time, but like, unless we're pressed for time, I can do it for everyone.
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it says you have to have a short or long rest before using it again.
No,
Yeah.
I can do it for a person, and I can
Okay.
do it for another person, but I can't do it for this person again until
Okay.
I've had another rest. So I can get everyone once, but once I've
Oh
gotten
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
once,
that's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
everybody gets
gets
one. So, babe, could you? Okay, or I'll reach over
You got
here.
this.
No, I don't have anything.
Ah, okay,
of
I
this.
got it.
1d6.
Also, Jesse, can you just re-allow me to join the Git thing? Because I may
Oh.
or may not have managed to jury-rig up my computer to work on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Yeah,
think
hang on
I
a
asked?
second.
So I'll be
Okay,
right back.
so-
Invitation to roll 20 or back to the call?
Alright, so I pull out my kit and I'm just like, alright, who's first? Willow, get over here.
Yep, Willow is over there. Yeah.
Willow, you get 12 HP
There we
heal.
go.
How does the kid look?
How does the kit look?
Yeah.
Right. I get out of my backpack and I pull out basically a repurposed 50 cal ammo kit, just like ammo box, which I actually have a repurposed 50 cal ammo box that got turned into a first aid kit that's in my room, by the way. So this is something I actually have.
Play what you
And
know.
yeah. So it's that Val is just filled with like her own like little, some like full on bandages, some antiseptic. There is in fact a few bottles of straight up Everclear both for cleaning outside wounds and inside wounds.
Okay. It looks
Right.
low tech enough.
It's low. It is one of the lower tech things Val has, but it is still tech. Now, what? I feel so bad. Islan. Okay, I almost forgot Islan's name. Islan, get over here for a sec. I'm gonna try to treat those wounds. All right.
Alright, she'll pop a seat.
Oh, I rolled a nat 1, but you got 9 hit points. You healed for 9. And Cax, you got 4. I did that shit. I crit on Cax. You got 14 points.
Sweet.
No
Um,
nanobots. Oh, I'm
Kala,
Wow.
Kala, did you? Yeah, actually, wait. You didn't get touched, did you? So that art for Island you just shared. Holy moly!
For Kalahari, discretion truly is the better part of
Right.
this.
All right. Well, now that I've done that, I'm happy to take our rest, so I
I
can
mean,
reboot that
somebody else
ability.
is going to go in and take damage instead. I mean, I have no problems letting them do that.
Okay. So are we gonna take a? Is that what everyone wants?
I'm fine. I'm maxed out.
Yes, we should still.
You might.
Isla would appreciate a rest still.
Would it occur to Caxos to like post up watch then while everyone else is taking a nap?
I
Yeah,
was actually
sure.
about to suggest that.
Okay.
Since
Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna regain any spells.
I mean, I'm.
Do you regain lay on hands on short rest?
No, everything is long rest with the paladin.
See, which of my stuff comes back on a short rest besides that feat? Let me pull up Revised Ranger. I'm pretty sure all my spells are long rest, so I'm not even gonna look at that.
So are you taking an hour, 2 hours? And are any of
I mean,
you?
short rest is an hour.
Right. I'm just saying, is like, are you
Yeah.
going to be spending that time just recuperating, or are y'all also harvesting and securing the cargo? Does anybody check on the one that's still alive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
as soon as she's gotten healed up, Willow is duct taping all of their feet together, like rodeo style with a calf, just duct taping all of their limbs together.
Okay.
And is there ability? Would I be able to put enough duct tape around their mouths to cover up that magnetic plate so they can't use the chainsaw thing?
No.
You can put a stick on their mouth so they cannot use the chainsaw.
Basically that. Your best bet. Like, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Insight. I got it.
this actually makes me want to help, but like, I'm fixing people up. I can't help you right now.
15.
Okay. It occurs to you that maybe if you find something like metallic or at least stone to put like in the front of the bit in the direction that it travels, you can maybe lock the chain.
All right.
Like a bit and bridle.
Yeah, kind of like some of the stone over here.
Well, maybe some of the tools they work with over in the forge. You might find some iron rods they use to dip glass with.
All right. Yeah, we'll go. What direction is that?
I mean, if Willow just
go
Willow
ahead
say
and
this
make
out
me
loud.
investigation.
I'm saying again.
Just make an
Because
investigation
Willow
check
say
for me.
this out loud too, because Islan actually might have something to offer for this.
Yeah, she'll say that after like just checking the head of one of the unconscious ones and just looking at it. Islan, you got something to offer?
Yeah. If Willow mentions that, she'll offer up a bag of ball bearings.
Would that be big enough?
You think that
They're metal.
you think that perhaps they might like be fun to load into the chain as they fling them around, but it would not be big enough to obstruct the path of the chainsaw. It might make it have a real headache. Honestly, like you could kill it that way, perhaps.
Willow,
You don't know what would happen to a chainsaurus that got ball bearings in the inside of their chain track, but probably nothing great.
Willow thinks Willow realizes that in her head, looks at and starts to raise a finger to protest, and then goes, "I like the idea. Probably wouldn't work. Hold on to it for later, though. We got another one we gotta find."
All right. So I don't know if you heard me, Willow, but make an investigation check to see if you can find the appropriate materials for such an operation.
Investigation. Oop, 3. Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, you come up empty.
I'm gonna just find a rock. He's gonna find a big rock and just jam it in their mouth.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Just continuing the references of Ed and Nettie in this episode. I'm going to find a rock the size of a jawbreaker from Ed and Nettie and just shove it in its gob and just call it good.
So a rock.
Yeah, a rock.
Okay, if I look over at them, what do I discern from what they're doing?
You think they're trying to force feed it a rock?
Is it still alive?
Hold on.
He's
Sage.
hungry.
Yeah,
Sage, what?
Quick question from the artificer. Can't you unhinge one of their jaws to effectively stop that from happening?
Make me a medicine check. You're gonna have to get up close and personal with the face of this thing to figure out the answer to that.
Me or somebody else in general? Because
Well,
I'm just asking the question in general.
Well, I mean, it was your idea, so I mean, unless you want to put the idea to someone else to find out.
Oh, absolutely. They're the ones that are already messing with the corpses. I'll just say the idea out loud.
Okay. So who wants to check this to see if the chain will even run if the mouth is open?
I feel like Val has a better medicine check.
Yeah, I do, but like, is this happening concurrently with me like bandaging up Caxos right now? Because if this is happening at
We'll
the same
say towards
time,
the end, because I don't think it'll take you a whole ass hour to fix him.
yeah. If you ask me to come over there, I will definitely. But like, I'm gonna just let y'all fuck around and find out unless you ask me to come over there. Actually, we all know it's antithetical to my character. I'll be right over.
By the way, you notice the sun's starting to get a little low in the sky.
So what, Bruce Banner's coming into the party now?
He would be leaving, wouldn't he?
No,
Or I guess he'd be coming back. Yeah, Bruce, you're
there
right.
you go.
Yeah. In any event, no. It's just you don't really.
It'll be more.
I don't think
difficult to track
anybody
in the
thought to do a lookup on the planet and its rotational period. So you don't really have a great idea of how much time has passed unless you happen to have a chronometer on you.
dark. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm
Well-
gonna walk over to Willow.
Mhm.
I don't think it eats rocks, babe.
Well, you think we can? I don't even think it eats rocks. I'm thinking we can just plug its just gestures to the whole thing's head. Chain face.
Okay.
So it
Here.
doesn't-
Do you want a veterinarian's insight?
Please do. She just sighs.
Alright.
She just sighs and blushes a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of dumb. If it doesn't have to do with flying a ship, it's not my expertise.
Well, I don't think you're dumb. She's just gonna give her a kiss on the cheek and then just go to work looking at this Chainsaurus.
Cheeks turn a brighter shade of blue, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'll give you a hand." And she just stumbles to try and help and keep it open.
So, what am I rolling for this? Am I rolling medicine? Am I rolling investigation? Nature?
This is to find out whether or not the track will still work if the mouth is open.
This is trying to steady the head to find a surefire way to make sure that I can stop the chain from going off.
Fair. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me a medicine check since you're studying its anatomy.
Does it have advantage because I'm helping keep the mouth open so that she can get a better look?
I mean, if you just want to go ahead and just help.
Yeah, that's how I'm flavoring it being the help action.
Okay.
But yes.
All right. So I'm rolling at advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. The 13, and that's an 8. Let me. Before I even know if that passes or not, I want to see if there's any class features I have that would help me with this. Because this is trying to find out more about an animal.
Are we using the new any of the new Ranger things from Tasha's?
Well, Tasha's is canon now, so yes.
Oh, I have access to that?
Well, yeah.
I don't know what it is then. I don't know what those things are.
Well, let me go grab my copy really fast.
You've got first level. You got Canny. You can choose one of your proficiency skills. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for an ability check. You make that skill. You can also speak, read, and write 2 additional languages of your choice.
If our Dimension Master is okay with that, then I'll need to amend those rolls to double my medicine bonus. Because I'm a surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have expertise in medicine now? Is that
hold on? Is there a mechanic? Let me. What page is that on?
On
Adrian?
Tasha's, I actually have the book right next to me.
Yes, please, because that'd be a nice thing to have, but I only want that if A, that is supported by Tasha's, and B, our DM's cool with that.
Page 56 of Tasha's.
All right, under Ranger. Okay.
Yeah, under Depth Explorer.
Canny, first level.
I'm gonna have to add this to my character sheet.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, it basically gives you expertise in a single skill,
This
and
replaces the Natural Explorer feature, so
yeah.
Okay, well,
take that out.
have I used my Natural Explorer feature at all?
I
don't
don't think that Revised has it.
No, Revised does have a Natural Explorer.
Oh, it does? It did keep that?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I've not used it once through this whole game so far, and we've got gone through 13, 14 episodes?
Yeah, let's see.
15 as of yesterday or last session.
Yeah,
see,
15 episodes that I've not used, never touched this ability once.
Yeah, Natural Explorer. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is double if you're using a skill that you're proficient in. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's movement. While traveling through an hour or more, you get these benefits here. You can't become lost except by magical means. Even when you're engaged in another activity, while traveling, like foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. If you're traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. While you forage, you can find twice as much food as you normally would. And when tracking other creatures, you learn their exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through an area.
You should probably take note of the favored foe update because it changes the way that favored enemy works.
All right. Well, I have a number of things to change up, but basically, canny means I get expertise in one ability that I have.
Yeah, and then later on, Depth Explorer at 6th level gives you +5 to your walking speed, and a climb and swim speed equals your walk speed. And at 10th level, you'll get Tireless as an action. You can give yourself a number of temporary HP equal to a D8 plus your Wisdom mod. And you can use this action a number of times equal to your Proficiency mod and get all expended uses back on a long rest. In addition, whenever you finish a short rest, your exhaustion level, if any, is decreased by 1.
Okay, we're looking at it now. Okay. So, well, with this, I guess Canny would apply to medicine since I am a surgeon.
If you're going to swap out Depth Explorer, swap out
Yes.
Natural for Depth, yeah.
Absolutely. Like, no cap. Like, I have not... Like, honestly, even in the situation where... Like, the one situation where Natural Explorer actually would have been useful in this game so far, like, last session finding these guys, I didn't even realize it applied, and we still did everything as we needed to. So, like, honestly, the ability... At least in the context of where we currently are, or with Val in general right now, might as well not exist. So I'm definitely going to swap that out for Canny.
I mean, that's just Natural Explorer in general.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right,
Something up for Depth Explorer.
All right, so should I just go ahead and add the additional +2 to those rolls, or should I re-roll?
I mean, you can just go ahead and add the bonus to it. It's not worth getting into the dice again for.
Okay, cool. So I got a 15.
So now that we've gone through all of that,
Tasha's everybody.
yay!
Yeah.
Look at you,
Nice
Ranger.
content.
Oh, wait, you can also speak. Oh shoot, I get additional languages. I'll take care of that later. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll let you know. With the exception of Canny, I'll be playing with everything else stock for right now, and I'll update Val by next week.
Canny's part of
Okay.
Depth Explorer.
Understood. Yeah, just Natural Explorer's gone. I have Canny. Everything else will be updated next week, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So, with that check, you find a very effective way to basically improvise a muzzle using just simple rope. You manage to rig it so that it actually can't get any traction to rev up the chain, and so it can't actually build up enough momentum to rip through the rope or close its mouth hard enough to get through it. Its teeth aren't particularly well suited to, biting through rope. They're more piercy up front. So you find that you can just improvise. It's basically a combination of muzzle and lead for the one that's like still awake. If you wanted to try and walk it, or
I think I might.
Otherwise you could just hog tie it and run it back through the feet, and I don't know, get
Okay.
Caxus to carry it or something.
I will muzzle and hog tie both of them for now, so that we can rest before we go hunting the other one,
Okay.
or before at least Val goes hunting the other one, whether or not the crew goes with her or not.
Willow's
Because
going
this-
with.
I'm sorry to just drag y'all this way, but this is very much she wants this.
All right. So, how much longer are you taking a rest before you decide to head out? Are you just going to finish out the hour, or are you going to wait longer?
It's up to everyone else.
I'm pretty good on health after that healer's thing.
I'd say anyone else who wasn't at full HP gets actually a bonus from me because I'm also a bard. But I'm assuming everyone's at full HP already, so.
Yeah, I'm at full. Back up to full.
Okay. So, as you start looking around trying to pick up the trail of the one runner. Valerie, I assume you're going to be taking point on that.
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'll need your survival check really quick to pick up the trail.
Oh, yeah. So I need a +5. Let's see, xenobiology. I could have used my xenobiology feature on these guys. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, just +5 will do. I mean, I know you don't crit on skill checks, but I think I picked up the GPS location.
All right, so here's what happens with you. You immediately find the actual footprint trail of the thing. It's not a hard track. It's pretty fresh still. I mean, it's only been like an hour or so since it buggered off. But you do notice that the wind and the sand are already starting to erode the trail. And where it seems to have gone, it seems to have run south relative to where you all are, like in the opposite direction from where you came. And it almost immediately hit a rock wall that it clambered its way up. You can see there's like scrapes and gashes in the rock, fresh scratches where it tried to clamber its way up. And the trail like disappears over the ridge. You are able to make your way up there with fairly little difficulty. You aren't, it's not outrageously difficult. It's kind of stepped in some places so you can find some access. When you get to the top of the plateau, however, you see that there is like a trail of footprints, and then it just suddenly stops. Like there's a weird sort of slash in the sand there, and it stops.
Does this look like is there like any like residual glass stuff like whenever we got to the campsite where it looked like they portaled in?
No, it is not the same kind of it's not glassed out. It's literally like a big furrow was dug, like almost horizontal to the trail of the almost perpendicular to the footprints, right? So if the trail is going this way, the slash was like that in the sand, right?
Okay, I'm going to walk up to it and crouch down, pull my knife out, and just like
it's sand.
Dip it into the sand.
Yeah, it's all sand all day.
All sand all day? Okay. Jeez, alright, well, I'm trying to think. I can't consult, just like, mentally just try to consult,
What's everyone's passive?
Perception?
Or who all is going along on the hunt, first of all?
I went.
I went.
Everyone went?
I'd assume so.
Well,
Is somebody staying? Like, I'm guessing somebody, probably Calla, is going to stay behind and like mind the quarry that they've caught so far.
Why would I do that?
Because you generally like to do your own thing, and also you want to protect your investment. But that's just one DM's opinion.
I mean, we could Boomsquid could watch as well.
I mean, it's all entirely up to whoever. I was just saying is that personality-wise, it seems like Calla would be the cat to stay home.
But does anybody else want?
I mean, we cannot split the party.
Actually, I will. I don't want to speak for Faye, but like, cause she went off for a second. But I feel like if I asked, Koreos might stick back, but I don't know.
I'll do it. And not that it matters, but I've got a passive perception of 15 for my cover.
Yeah.
14.
Same here. 15.
15? Okay,
12.
good. All right, Valerie, as you're like assessing this gash in the sand, you're looking around, you're kind of checking out the scene, and you look and you can see on the horizon what looks like a ways out. It's probably hard to really tell how much in the sand with the mirage distortion and everything, but you see further cliff faces, and like just on the periphery of your vision, you can make out flying shapes in the distance.
Alright, well, I'm going to pull up the rifle, practice trigger just by not going to shoot these things, look through the scope, and zoom in as much as my eye will go, just to see if I can see these things, see what these things are.
All right, make me an active perception check.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I'm using a whole bunch of wisdom skills, so I don't have to change the modifier one bit, because I'm basically proficient in all wisdom skills except insight.
Good night for you.
Great night for me. I only got a 10 there, which not great, but I mean, hey, it's not nothing.
I mean, okay, so you don't get a great look at whatever this was, but when you use your scope and you get the zoom into it, you don't really catch a glimpse of your target so much as you catch a big black shape flying across your field of view for a moment.
Did it look like it was organic, or did it look like it was a machine? Did it like zoom with like just
it flapped?
A line? It flapped. Okay, that was what I was looking for. It flapped.
Okay. Something big, just like as if somebody's standing in front of my, just like point blank in front of me.
No. Just inexplicably
like it's fast.
Either fast or way closer than it appears without the scope.
I'm gonna put my rifle down, unzoom.
It's much bigger now.
Oh jeez.
It's coming at you.
Oh
Let's
jeez.
let's get the swords out. Let's get the guns out this time.
It's bigger now.
I'm
It's
going
still
to
getting bigger.
Hunter's Market.
It is still too far away for you to do that.
Really? What's the range on Hunter's Market?
Should we leave if it's that big?
Hunter's Mark is I think like 60 feet or 30.
Oh, 90 feet. It's 90
or
feet.
90.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
it's well too far away from you to get that.
Oh jeez.
Willow's going to.
Wait,
is there any place to like duck into it to like hide?
You are standing on top of a plateau.
Hey, is the sand loose or is it just like hard packed dirt?
You're okay. So where you all are is maybe about, we'll say about 100 and 150 feet away from the edge of the cliff that you climbed up to find this. It's still pretty pebbly here. It's mostly like packed rock with some sand, pretty loose. There's some scrub here and there. You, Val, are the furthest out, running the tracks. So you're still basically at the gash site, and everyone else, I'm guessing, is pretty much more or less behind you a ways. You're still not sure exactly how close this thing is, but it continues to get bigger.
Once it gets bigger, do I start making out more detail about it?
It's really hard to say, actually. There's something, how do I put this, that resists wanting to be seen about this creature. Like, do you know how when you look at like a lenticular piece of artwork with your eyes individually, like you can see a thing and that thing is not there in the other eye? It's a little bit like that effect, but you get it with either eye.
This must be powerful to be expecting technology.
Or it's just really not there half the time.
Fair enough.
But it's still getting bigger, and at minimum now you can tell this is not anymore a large class animal. This is something bigger than a large size animal.
Everyone, we've got it. That looks like a big one, and it's coming this way.
You notice
I'm
it doesn't,
ready
need
to fight.
it doesn't need to flap very much, but when it does, it kind of moves almost like a cape, like the way the wings beat.
Jeez. Guys, there's something absolutely massive here. It's coming towards us. What do y'all want to do about it?
Define. Can we all see it at this point?
I find it hard that no one sees it at this point.
You should probably run.
Yeah. Let's get back to the town and try to hide.
Yeah.
So, basically, at the moment that everyone says we should turn around and leave, you notice the sun disappearing behind the rocks and behind this shadow. And as the sun dips back, it catches the form of this thing, and it's like night came 10 minutes earlier to your section of the world, and on either side, it's almost like being in an eclipse. Shadow just blacks everything around you for like a good 50 feet as the sun like drops behind this thing and casts just that long in the last dregs of daylight. And you notice, aside from the wind, the desert is absolutely quiet. No insect life, no little weird lizards scuttling about. It is silent, except for a very loud, thunderous roar as of wind, a lot of wind coming very fast. And you start to see the sand dancing on the ground.
I'm not hiding, I'm running.
Running.
Yeah, let's go
Running.
back.
Let's go.
Get to the town.
We don't need to be here.
Get to the town.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna sprint back to this.
okay, you all thankfully are not so close to, or not so far away from the edge that you can't get clear of it. But not, say, 30 seconds after the last of you jumps over the edge of that, over the lip of that cliff, there is, it's like being in a tornado. There is a massive dust storm that rises up over the top of the cliff, and you hear this just thundering roar and an almighty ear-piercing screech. I need con saves from everybody, please.
Including the one that's not there.
Well,
You literally told me I'm the only one that stayed behind.
well, yeah, no,
Not that behind.
yeah, no, everyone, because this is literally like 200 feet from where you are too. So
16.
they didn't travel that far to get away to find this.
I got an 18.
I feel like it more found us than we found it.
Yeah, you're here.
Are
You're
y'all-
with us.
Are y'all taking cover like in the buildings or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna
Willow
take-
dive in the nearest building. She got to.
All right. Okay. So
yeah, I'm gonna dive in with Willow too.
yeah, you can go ahead and just. I'll give you the grant for cover because there are still buildings with ceiling standing. So I won't make you roll your hide checks. However, everyone that rolled less than a 13 is now currently deafened.
Oh, thank God.
Oh gosh.
Well, now you don't have to listen to us.
Bob. Bob. Bob.
I'm glad you
sec.
got that. Thank you.
Willow is just doing that right now. Just doing that, trying to get rid of that.
The ringing.
Yeah. Also, actually, Boom Squid. You actually take 1d6 of sonic damage due to the amplification effect of your liquid environment.
Oh, ouch, ouch.
The kinetic pressure wave basically hit your tank like a ton of shit.
Are you close to me?
I'm sure my Exoto corrects then.
Like, are you close to me right now? Sure. Cure wounds. All right, so I'm gonna have to roll a cure, like how much?
It's minimal. It's just 2 points of damage.
It's
you
just
end
2
up
points
taking.
of damage.
Okay,
never mind.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I thought
like it's painful to be in the presence of this sound.
Okay, like I thought you were about to take a massive amount of damage for a second. I was like, oh shit.
1d6.
I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy just like reading over my stuff. Like, okay, because I needed to remember what I was doing. My bad.
So-
Never mind. I don't cure wounds. You don't need that.
Right. So there is just that rumble and roar, and it lasts for a solid minute, but it fades. Like it comes and then it goes, and the desert is still and quiet again after a time, and the dust starts to settle. But you notice something has sort of changed in a couple of places in the town. Those buildings that still had front doors, which is not every building, you notice that those buildings that still have doors now have some kind of a strange blue force field that is like, it's overlaying the entire door. It's not like in the way of the doorway like a door itself. It's overlaying the entire thing almost like a shield. And like there's 2 houses, just 2, that have enough intact roof for you to see a kind of a, it's like an arcane antenna almost, like assembling itself out of points of light in the corners and forming this weird tube shape that goes in the center of the room. All right, okay, so Kala and Valerie, you all have the highest passives. And Kala, do you have advantage on scent-based perception?
Not that was meant.
That's not like your racial thing. You don't have that. Okay. Well, anyway, you both start to notice like a little like mist start to roll in from the desert, like rolling over the cliff face that you just came buckling down. It's like a fog rolling in from the desert almost. It starts out really thin and wispy at first, but it keeps coming, right? Like it's rolling in, and night is very definitely setting in earnest now. Whatever that gigantic thing was, there's no sign of it now.
Not to try and, call shots or anything, but team, I think we've done good work today. Let's get these things and get the hell out of here if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
Alright.
That sounds like a plan.
Alright,
What the hell was that thing? Are we undeafened by now? Are we undeafened by now, or are we still deaf?
You're still deafened for the time being.
Willow's just like, what?
I can't just text-to-speech text Willow, can I?
No reason why not, really.
I have a what is it?
I have
that little
basically
device.
a cell phone.
Yeah,
Basically,
you all do have that kind of that HUD technology.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Cool. I
have a comm set. Yeah.
I'm just like, I grabbed Willow's concept for a second. I was like, cool, subtitles on.
Right.
So now you can read what. Hey, Willow.
Yep.
You might not. I don't know if you can hear me, but can you? Do you read me?
He holds up a hand. Yep.
Cool. Anybody else deafened? Anybody else?
I'm
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Cax, how's your hearing?
Good. Or as average as always.
Okay. Kala, you can hear, right? You good? All right. And I'm assuming Islin, you can as well.
Gives a thumbs up.
Cool. All right. Well, everyone. I'm just gonna like go ahead and undo the feet of one of the chainsaurus, and then just like try to tug it along with the lead I've made. All right. Let's get these guys home.
Is it still unconscious, or did you try to like rouse it?
Oh wait, I thought it was roused already.
I
thought they've been awake this whole time, and they were just restrained as fuck.
Dinosaurs.
No, this thing was still unconscious as far as I was concerned. I mean, it was just down.
Oh my god, it likely has brain damage at this point.
It's just.
Okay. Alright,
It's a coma chameleon.
fair enough. Alright. Jeez. I can't drag this thing, can I?
You
You have
could.
Caxos.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, is
Cax.
Caxos could probably like bridle carry one of those.
Okay.
Somebody else would probably have to get the bag of parts though for chaos.
That's fine. If somebody will get the bag of parts, Caxus, if you'll grab one, and,
Sure.
well,
Maybe I can
I'm
grab
about to
two.
do something stupid if y'all don't mind. I'm gonna wake one up.
I mean, I can carry one.
Wait. Islan, how strong are you?
Is she like? I'm not that strong,
Carry
but I
one
do have a
what?
spell for this.
I'm
Whatever's
listening.
needed, I have enhanced ability.
Okay. All right.
What if
I
I want to
can-
try to ride this?
Let's not push our luck and wake them up.
Fair enough. Alright.
Is it? If they're not your girlfriend, let's go.
You got a point. Alright.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I will spare you having to navigate the map back through the Badlands, but I will say this.
I'm marking the spell off because I used one.
Yeah. So you notice that when you leave, like go to leave the city, and you start traveling, you notice that the fog is moving in some pretty odd patterns. It's not just filling up the space that it roils into. It seems to actually be moving, almost as if directed. And you hear, very subtly, just at the edge of your hearing, Calamity, you start to hear like a gentle hissing, just ever so gently, like wherever the fog goes, you start to hear just like a little, hardly audible over the sound of the wind, but still there all the same.
So, either my old friend Strahd is fault.
Porque no los dos. But yeah. So, does anybody stop and check out the fog?
I've checked enough
Those-
things today.
Bill's gonna just like take a look at it kind of passively as they're going by.
Walk backwards if I have to,
I'm-
and actively look into it. Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay, great.
wholesale stop and look it out, because I'm a scientist.
Cool beans,
Famous last words.
right? Does anybody directly interact with the fog, or do they just look at it?
Oh, just gonna observe it.
Okay, then I will
I'm going
need-
to take a rock and toss it into the fog.
Isn't too busy carrying the other one.
Yeah. Okay, so I will need perception checks for anybody that just wants to look at the fog. Anybody that wants to interact with the fog, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
20, natural 20. Natural 20 on perception.
Fantastic.
Damn.
All right.
I say I got a 19 in perception.
I
but
got a
it's not
23 on
natural 20,
investigation.
Oh wow. Okay.
I've tossed a rock into it, and I pulled out some like scientific like like a barometer, like pulled out my internal barometer, like all the like humidity checker, all that jazz.
Humidifier.
Yeah, I spritzed it.
Cool. All right. So I will say this. Well, hold on. Before I say anything, actually, let's get the rest of the results in. Who else
Yeah,
rolled?
I
I got a
actually
19.
wanted
All right, Sage.
wanted to ask the specifics on that investigation. This besides the perception check.
Go on.
No, I literally needed to ask you that. I didn't hear what you said. The difference was between the perception and the.
Well, so just looking at it would be just a perception check to just observe the thing. Investigation to interact with it and see if it does anything in particular. Okie dokie. Say again.
21.
21. Okay. And now Vex, you were saying?
I got a 19 for perception.
Okay, cool. So actually, all of you happen to see the same thing. That rock that Valerie threw into the mist, it does manage to displace the air around it, and it kind of brings a break in the fog, long enough for you all to see some kind of a desert arthropod. It's hard to really give it an analog, but it's got too many legs to be mammalian, and definitely an exoskeleton of some sort, and it appears to be, well, trying to outrun the fog.
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
There's when you throw the rock, you cause the wind, like the air pressure, to like push the fog out of the way, and for a moment in that gap, you see that there's some kind of a desert arthropod, right? That appears to be racing against the tide, right? Like it's trying to run away from the fog. However, as the air settles down around where you threw the rock, the fog rolls back in, and as the fog touches the carapace of this bug, it almost immediately curls up and starts to sizzle, and you can start seeing pitting in its carapace.
Guys, we need to move fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Running now. Rogue double dash go.
Yep. Grappling hook against a rock, just like Spider-Manning.
Okay, so understanding that you are all faster than this fog, thankfully, unless anybody has a move speed of less than 20.
With rogue double dash, I can move like 60 feet around, I think.
So
with rogue double dash, you can move 90 feet.
90 feet, yeah.
You can triple dash because you can triple dash on the road.
Yeah, triple dash. Yeah.
You can Naruto your way out of here.
Yeah. Willow, you just all see a Photoshop smear just across the floor because Gru
We just see
and Night
Sonic pass by.
Yeah.
Can I make a joke about her being fast?
right then, so you all make it back to the campsite, basically, right? The oasis, next to the landing pad, and you can see Chaos is basically just sitting at a campfire, like, and looks up as you guys run up. Says, "Wow! Did you see the sand manta? It was so loud."
Chaos, we need to get back on the ship, like, now. We'll talk about it in a second. Well, I'll explain in a second. Just get on the ship right now, because, like,
But-
I don't have to threaten you. The planet's gonna kill you itself.
Marshmallow!
I'm running on the ship.
Willow's just like, there is a fog that kills anything it touches coming this way now.
Did you get the dino?
We got
Yeah,
it.
the
It's
dinosaurs.
literally Cactus's arms and also Islin's arms. Let's get on the
As I
ship now.
run
Now.
past her, I immediately grab her and haul her to the ship.
What?
Thank
All
you,
right.
Kala.
Go
If I
ahead.
paid you, I'd give you a raise.
Make me an athletics check, please.
See, oh, there it is. Sorry, it's off on its own.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay, yeah, no, you definitely managed to overpower this little twink elf, and drag them aboard. No problem. So yes, you all managed to get shipboard with about 5 seconds left to spare before you see this white sizzly fog start rolling around the landing struts. Curiously, or perhaps not, it doesn't seem to be actually doing anything to the metallic structure of the landing platform or your ship's struts.
We can count that a turn of luck.
That's good. All right. Well, let's
It's
close the
very
door on this
thick on the
bad boy.
ground
As
now,
it
however.
puts down the.
So how did hunting go?
It was very, very good. We really could have used your explosives there because this isn't Tennessee. It's fully legal to hunt with explosives here.
Willow just is just looking at the external cams at the fog, trying to figure out what the hell it is and why it is eating shit, and not
Now
eating metal.
Now I need to make a plan at tennis. Thanks for that.
Good job.
Oh, babe, you don't have to make something that bad. Jesus.
All right.
But it's obviously
Now, cursed planets.
Fair enough.
What do I need to roll to figure out what the hell this thing is? This fog.
All right. So you now have access to the sensor suite of the ship, so you can go ahead and make a more detailed scan. Give me a investigation check at advantage.
Alrighty. 19.
Cool beans. You have detected within this fog what appears to be a form of microbial swarm. It basically reproduces, digests any organic matter it can find, and immediately reproduces again and dies. It lives basically an entire life cycle within like a few
That
moments.
sounds unpleasant.
But it's extremely prolific and very, very acidic, but it only really likes organic targets. It doesn't do metals, as it were.
So essentially, this thing is a living cloud kill.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's.
We got
So
vaccines on the ship?
we got
But
what?
We got vaccines?
Well,
Do we have vaccines?
there is an interesting data point in the sensor log result. It appears to react very negatively to ultraviolet radiation. So
Good to know.
it can't handle high levels of ionized radiation. So it tends to come out only at night.
That makes sense.
It dries up and dies in the sunlight. So basically it collects in the dark places, in the eaves and overhangs and caves in the rock faces. And at night, when it gets cool enough, the colony basically evaporates and starts to hunt.
So Willow, what you got on the sensors over there?
I have what is literally a colony of. The fog is alive. The fog is living microbes that just eats anything organic that it touches. It doesn't like ultraviolet light, so it hunts at night. So these things. This is basically a living. Willow would know enough about magic to know what cloud kill is, right?
I mean, if you want to make an Arcana check to find out, yeah, sure. But it's a killer cloud.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't know anything about it. So she's like, it's a cloud that kills. This is a cloud that literally kills things. It's a mist that eats anything living that it touches.
So
Thank God it's not doing anything to the ship.
Well, geez, yeah.
I'm gonna
I'd
kick
be
on
very
the-
interested. Sorry, you go, Kala.
I was just gonna say I would kick on the engines for takeoff to.
Ah, yes. Well, for sure that helps clear out around the back of the ship. It's not terribly bothered around the front end, but that's okay because it's not terribly bothering you.
No, not they're inside and she knows what it is. Well, she's gonna just breathe a little sigh of relief that it'll be gone by morning, and turns back to Chaos. She's like, okay, so Chaos, what'd you call that thing that flew over our heads and deafened me?
Oh, sand mantas!
Yeah.
Have you never
Like-
seen one before?
Have I ever
Manta
seen
or
one? Have I
manta?
seen it before?
I have never seen a sea flap that actually flaps.
Yeah,
Well, we-
sand manta.
Oh.
like-
Oh.
Like manta rays.
Yes.
So like with mantis.
Would we have
So-
heard of these?
Well, now that you have a name for it, you can check in the arcane terminal.
We'll do that.
It's okay. I'll just give you the information because you don't even need to make a check for it. I mean, it's galactic database sort of mess here. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, sand mantas are a desert-dwelling apex predator. They are found in areas of like deep desert and tend to hunt on the fringes where like larger prey can be found. They have a weird property where they build up static energy through swimming in the sand and have found a way to discharge that into a form of arcane, almost like
Bullshit.
sweat. No, it's arcane sweat, basically, that it causes them to dissociate, and it's an effect not unlike a displacer beast, where they are at once in one place and another as they travel through the sand. So it helps them glide, it helps them go through. But it also makes seeing them a vexed proposition, pun not intended. So that explains the optical illusion effect you were getting as you were trying to look at it through your scope, Valerie.
Oh, all right. Well,
But
How did
it
they
is
that exact
because they're not
long
always there,
paragraph.
so their mass is way lighter than their size would suggest.
So that exact paragraph in Jesse's exact voice is what it sounds like when Valerie pulls up the Wikipedia page and just like has her e-reader just read out the Wikipedia page for it.
Has it set to text to speech?
Yes, and it's exactly Jesse's voice too.
Also, I agree with Vex here. We need it. We get strong enough because I'm pretty sure this thing is higher level than us. We need to come back and kill one in memory of Steve Irwin.
Oh,
Oh,
crikey.
he wouldn't want us to be angry. He would want us
You know,
to
that's
learn
fair.
and love and grow.
No, that's fair. He would. We will leave this beautiful big creature free in the Mario Sea Ruin instead.
So, okay. So now
We should
you
wrestle it into Mario
and
Stever.
yes,
We
you
should
do,
definitely kill it just for fun, though.
you do also take note of the fact that it is a it's a gargantuan sized creature. So
I mean,
it,
I want to
we
catch
could-
one.
It's an
Technically
absolute
built-
unit.
Could we build
We need
a
a big
cape of
ship.
displacement for the ship?
We could probably build a ship out of it.
Just, I love you.
wow. You know, honestly, like that's an idea worthy of further discussion, but perhaps not
Building-
just now.
Building a ship out of it, or making a cape, a sort of like a cloaking device out of its skin for a ship.
Cape of
Yes.
displacement.
That was my response too.
I mean, honestly, the former sounds pretty badass in like in like a Rothian sort of way, honestly. And the second one is very appropriate for like Caxos and his
Just
use
like
every part
the
of the
item.
animal mentality.
Honestly,
I mean-
Caxos is the most Monster Hunter character I've ever seen, and I love that about him so much.
We love our good bug boy.
Yes.
Nature
Speaking of
got
which,
the
though,
technology.
oh, sorry. You have a proximity alarm.
Oh, what?
You have a massive object incoming
Of course.
at Ariel.
Pulling it up on external cameras.
It's a sand manta, and it is heading in your general direction. It's about 5,000 yards away and closing.
Like it's heading towards us.
I don't think I'm allowed to give you an order, but I mean, can I make a request that we get going?
I already kicked on the engines. I'm already in the cockpit, getting this thing in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Willow's going
Thank you
to
very, very
Yeah.
much.
Willow's
Gonna
gonna
head
vault over her
activating,
seat. Yeah, Willow's gonna vault over her seat and just into the gunner chair.
Stroll over to mine, and I'll look over my shoulder and tell Chaos, "Hey, those lizards, they get out right now. That's your issue." And I'm just gonna sit in the chair, and I'm not even going to listen to if they respond to me.
Chaos is going to look around and is kind of alarmed, like, "Oh God."
Meanwhile, Island is sitting at the table, breaks open a bottle of alcohol, and just sits down. And just, I'm gonna see how this plays out.
Yeah, Willow. Would Willow know if Zap can actually make the ship go faster by borking?
That's not how that works.
Ah,
No.
oh well.
Oh, speaking of,
She'll still shout over over her shoulder, Zap, hang on to something, little dude.
Yep. Okay, so Kala, I need you to make me a piloting check, break orbit, and not hit or engage with this thing.
Can
Assuming
Willow
you're
get
trying to avoid it.
advantage?
Of course.
Can Willow
No.
get advantage?
No, because you were in the gunner's chair, not
Oh
piloting.
right, I
You are
can't.
not a co-pilot.
I have a different question. I can't cast a spell right now, can I?
What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing otherwise right now?
Can I cast one of my favorite spells ever, Conjure Nebula, to give us some
cast-
cover to get away from it?
Can you cast that outside of a vacuum though?
No.
Ah.
Because if you try to conjure a nebula of gas and dust in an atmosphere, you've conjured more atmosphere.
Does that create a nuke, or I don't know how that would work?
No,
Well,
it just fizzles and it just fizzles
Okay.
in atmosphere, honestly, because
Okay, fair. Although I will
Base
say
spell.
I have been and will be continuing to flavor all of my spells as practical, like just technological things Val can do. Like the stim pack, the gas grenade,
sure.
the HUD.
Which, because of Tasha's, now you can make a tangle grenade because you get entangled.
I'm gonna have to look at the Tasha stuff like really hard.
I sent you a DM of all the new spells you get.
Thanks. And my Conjure Nebula is a whole bunch of just gas grenades taped to a brick of C4.
All right. So that piloting check there.
26.
Oh, well. Yeah. So you do manage to outrun, thankfully, and disengage with this sand manta. It doesn't actually seem like it can get a whole lot of lift. While it does move very swiftly across the sand, it can't get too high. It only gets so much elevation out of those flappy flaps, so it very quickly gives up the chase and sort of like banks around as it returns to searching out things that are still alive and not yet consumed by the fog. So yes, you all have successfully broken orbit and made your first dinosaur capture, and everything is safe now. So you can engage the dark matter drive at random, or you can try and use one of those roaches if you have a mind to try and find your way back.
Willow's actually, before any of that happened, Willow's going to look over to Chaos and go, all right, so we got the dinos here. Are there any more here, or are we going to a different place?
So Chaos is actually going to pull out, reach into that big jumpsuit in space pocket, right? And pulls out what, I mean, to all intents and purposes, looks like a motion tracker. It's pinging off a couple of signals, and it says that there's still one planet side, but there's no life signs on it. In very short order, the signal on that one fades out entirely.
Guess the Manta found that one, or the Cloud.
I think the Cloud definitely would have gotten it. So
I think it was the Manta. There was the
Slashing
gash.
around.
Right.
You know, I personally think we should going back to check out. At least not right now.
I mean,
the
if
Cloud
we're
ate it, or it's digesting in the Manta's stomach.
Either way. Is everyone, Kala, Willow, you two good up here?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna get out of this chair and walk back. So, Chaos, about these lizards.
Yes.
Do you? Okay, I'm just gonna shoot straight with you. We recovered the corpses so that it's not going to be interfering with the environment anymore. Do you have any personal use for the corpses, or is it free game?
I mean, corporate wants as much of the asset back as they can get. R&D. It's a lot of expensive work that went into making these things.
Okay.
Wait,
Fair enough.
I thought they said that they were teleporting them in from another dimension.
R&D had a lot of work using the teleportation device, I guess.
Yeah, this is a lot of work that went into securing these assets. They don't want to lose them if they can help it, and if they can, recreate source material, so much the better.
Right.
So, snapping onto the ship's comms, you hear Kala just snap over towards Chaos. Chaos, coordinates.
Oh, shoot. I kind of forgot to get charts to go back to the mall. Just go the way we came?
Oh, gods. How often do you travel in space, Chaos? Genuine question.
Wait.
You're gonna kind of get Chaos gives you kind of this open mouth codfish look, like she doesn't know quite how to answer that.
Wait, how tall is she? I need to know because I'm about to do something stupid.
Pretty short.
Okay, 2 foot.
No, more in the just barely 5 foot range.
Okay, well, I'm 5'8", so I'm just gonna look down. If you travel too long during a jump without proper coordinates, you're gonna start to feel the pins. And once the pins set in, you've only got a short matter of time before space madness sets in. You know that, right?
Oh, madness?
Evelyn starts laughing.
You see, you know the first symptom of space madness? Uncontrollable laughter.
Chaos's eyes get really big, and her ears start to droop a little bit.
You can ask Willow. She's seen it before. She's had to put down some crew members that we've previously had on this ship because of it.
Can Willow hear any of this?
I'm hoping she can. I'm not making any attempt to hide this.
What?
Space Madness is in the book. It's a prank that is known well enough that it's in the lingo section of the Dark Matter book.
I will say this. Go ahead and make a deception check at advantage, because everyone else in the room is in on it.
Yeah, Willow's just if Willow can hear this over the comms or anything, she has just got the biggest smirk and is trying not to laugh.
I'm gonna roll inside because I don't think I am on it.
You don't know this? Okay.
Okay, so
oh god, we're gonna get 2 for 1.
2 for.
I got a 10.
Well, I got a 5.
Look,
You're literally evilly cackling.
I'm trying really hard not to laugh. Just you can see a crack a smile in my.
So Chaos potentially doesn't believe, but Cax does. This is too good.
God. Wait, what did you roll, Caxos?
5.
Oh. I'm scared, Cax. Oh no.
We are the Guardians. We are just a bunch of assholes sitting in a circle.
Also, Island, you're right.
No God.
Oh, beautiful.
Chaos 100% believes you about the space madness and the pins.
So, but hey, yeah, I'm just gonna just clap her shoulder, hey, don't worry about it. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I don't think we'll be expecting it anytime soon.
It's going to be okay. I will use my powers to cure all of your diseases.
Well, you see, that's the thing about space madness. No magic can help you with it. And I'm just gonna walk back to the fucking cockpit.
God damn it.
Willow looks back at over the chair and she's like, "Hey, hon," holds up a hand for a high five.
I fucking take it as I go to take my seat.
She just has the biggest shit-eating grin on her face, and is like, and then as Val sits down, she goes, "Wait, well, actually, out of character. Before I do this, do we have the coordinates for if we visited a place? Do we have coordinates for it?"
So it doesn't quite work that way, but what I was just saying to Sage in chat actually was to make a blind jump check at advantage. Alternatively, there are the roaches.
Do have the roaches.
Give me, but what? Is it just a base D20 roll for the blind jump?
Let's check.
100% certain.
What does the roach do again?
The roach lets you basically make a warp jump without the blind jump penalty.
For a blind jump, you just roll on a D100 table. That can end pretty badly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Blind jumps are not always great, but sometimes they're unavoidable.
You have a 20% chance, basically, of things going well.
Yeah, we'll be very low key and we're just whispering. Actually, since Call's a pilot, I wouldn't doubt her having the roaches on her person.
I thought, didn't Cax have them last because they revered him as a god?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. Cax
Have we started distorting them in the fridge? Is that what we have?
Oh wait, I forgot the roach religion. Cax is god and I'm the devil.
Don't you have a little roach warlock of your own now?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I assume one is a cleric, the other one is a warlock.
Something like that.
So
It's a warlock of oh shoot. This makes me want to actually make a fucking ranger druidic-esque warlock subclass.
You mean an archfey?
Yeah, okay, fuck it. Yeah, archfey.
if you give
I didn't think about that. Sorry.
If you give me a month, I did actually have an idea for Abadia's patron archfey, based on the art that you guys did.
You can use the art, by the way. Just hit me up and I will send it to you.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I want to make a deal with that warlock personally. And B, no, I really want to make a subclass just for this one roach who's a warlock.
We can do that out of character because I think
I'll do that out of character. Yes, sorry.
All right. So yeah, the roach will give you a perfect jump, as the effects of astrogation spell, so you don't have to roll on the blind jump chart. So you could, if you eat the roach, you just won't have to make the check, and you just make a warp jump, and you're fine. And as it happens, this place was only, one dark matter jump away from the hub in the first place, and then about an hour or so travel time in sublight.
I really need to rest, guys. I'm actually going to go to sleep. I mean, Cactus is gonna go to sleep.
Right.
Saying something like, "Oh well, I'm going to rest before the next drill, Bloodduckus or something."
Right. So so I'm getting. All right. According to the data I'm getting back from Kalahari, it looks like you all make, thankfully, a perfect jump. So you arrive unscathed and very definitely not in the middle of a star. And the radio chatter almost immediately comes over the comms for Maw flight control. It's faint. The signal isn't really strong. You're not there yet, but you are definitely within range, and you are close enough to get a fix on the location to point yourself in the direction to just fly there the rest of the way. However, you are about an hour and a half flight at sublight cruising speed.
As soon as we finish the jump, I'm going to start just laughing uncontrollably just to further scare chaos.
Yeah. Everybody roll me initiative.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Oh no, did I scare her that much?
11.
I believe we may have forgotten about the raptors.
Oh no.
It was actually for Chris. You can roll yours.
Okay, so that 5 was Correos, and yeah, I've rolled an advantage. I got 22 both times.
Nice. At least you're consistent.
Hey,
Right?
you know, I've been very hit or miss. It's just like either the dice is naturally under a 5 or like 18 or higher this session. So far, it looks.
Yeah. It's feast or famine, right?
You know, I'll take it.
So.
We also might be getting space pirates. You never know.
Probably. It's always space pirates.
Not on my ship.
I
Well,
mean,
not on your ship necessarily.
I mean,
No, we are the pirates.
Yar.
I mean, too late for that, but whatever.
Oh shit, wrong game. Okay,
All right.
never mind.
Well, they're very fast. Okay, so let's see. 20.
Wait, have we basically had?
You have not yet. You are
Okay,
still. You're still on that short rest. Let's see. Okay, 24. Izzy.
Sorry, I can't get onto roll 20 right now to do this stuff for that.
Oh, it's all right. So where was everybody sitting after the warp jump? I remember Willow. You said you were in a gunner seat.
Yep.
I believe Callow's in the pilot seat. I should hope.
Yeah, Calla was piloting.
Ghost riding the whip.
Caxos was taking a nap, so he's in his
Is-
little bug bit den.
Yeah.
Bug
I'm-
bed.
It's basically silk.
Yeah.
Well, web.
I'm in the cockpit with at my gunner's chair.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
sitting
move my
at, like-
token there.
Isn't sitting at
Put the
like the
initiative-
table. At
put
like
the
the
initiative
table,
order
just
in chat.
chilling.
Okay, almost done putting up the initial order here.
I put it in chat.
Don't forget my 5.
I won't forget
Oh,
your
darn it!
five.
I forgot to buy it. My bad.
Yeah.
Good call on that one, by the way.
Yeah.
That would have been really embarrassing if you just were sitting there doing nothing the entire time.
I would feel actually really bad because she wasn't here for most of
Yeah.
the tie up the
Yeah.
raptors and go home.
Right. So, okay, basically, Kalahari, you see on the sensors that there is what appears to be just a piece of, like, drifting metal salvage, right? Just a derelict piece of space junk that is coming in your direction, more or less, but at speed. It's currently on a collision course. It's still about 5,000 feet out, and almost immediately as soon as you become aware of its presence and it registers on your sensors, immediately 2 more signals break off of it and start heading towards you and accelerating, followed by another 2. And you ping now 4 active fighters that your sensors are basically picking up are the same as the Vect drone ship fighters that you have encountered before. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. They're going to basically just bear down on you all. So I'm going to give everyone a chance to make a ready to action, since you had advance warning.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
The innovative design for the hero's journey
Mm,
gives advantage on initiative roll. Who is that for?
you.
Me specifically.
Yeah. You're the pilot here, so you're going to be getting the ship's movement on your turn, right? So you're the one. Yeah. You can. I mean, if you want to, go ahead and roll your advantage for it. I suppose you can.
I may as well. Never mind. I'll stick with the 14.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
So yeah, they basically close the distance within 2 rounds. They have a travel speed of 3,500, so they get right on top of you in very short order. So, starting with Islan, what you doing?
Any question? I mean, how many gunner chairs are there?
This
Like
ship
the
only
unoccupied.
this ship only has 2 gunner positions, I believe.
All right.
If you would like one, I'll gladly give you a shot at it. I mean, I'll get out of my chair and let you take mine.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Okay.
Island will actually go up to Cal and help, and just more or less take assist actions to help Cal.
Do you have any mega spells? Like
Yes,
stuff that
that's
works
what
in space?
Yeah, you're
I
a
do,
bard.
but I have 2 mega spells. Neither of them are all that useful right now. One's autopilot. Will not be useful right now, considering.
Alright.
Other one is good for the opposite of this. If I were attacking, it would be a very handy spell because it's Dark Anchor.
I mean, that could be very useful. You could dark anchor something. You could dark anchor one of the enemy ships and make sure it doesn't get to us.
No. It means that they can't void jump. That's what Dark Anchor means.
Oh,
They
well,
can't
you
vo-
could
it's
make
the
them
inverse.
It's
make
an
them not be
interdictor
able
spell.
It's for if I'll put it this way.
It's holding
you
someone
tried
down.
to. Yeah, it's if you were trying to void jump away. I use Dark Anchor. You can't void jump anymore.
Okay, it's whole person.
It's not even whole person.
It's not even whole person.
It's that you can't. It's that you can't void away. So you can only use normal power.
Yeah, there's
It's
a spell for
literally.
that.
Yeah, it's literally meant to do shift stuff where it's like, oh, this person's trying to jump away. No, they aren't anymore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all I have for spells. So yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm just gonna give Kalahari assist things.
Okay, so Island will be assisting. Valerie, what is your ready to action while he's Vector on approach?
To determine that, I'll look over and say, "Hey, Cal, you want to fight or you want to flee? Make that decision. Make it quick."
You're still on the cooldown for your dark matter jumps, and you're only about an hour's sublight travel away from the maw itself.
Yeah, what's our movement speed, anyways?
The hero's journey?
3,000.
Yes, that is correct.
So they have an extra 5,000 on us in movement speed.
500. Yeah,
500, okay.
they are in fact a little faster than you in a straight run.
Okay, so
And
we
that's
can't-
not a choice. We're fighting.
all right. Do you want cover? You want cover, or do you want me to shoot?
Let's do shooting because we have multiple incoming. My evasive maneuvers will at least give us a slight advantage on that, not to mention trying to take it out of the sky before it gets
Fair enough. All right. In which case, I shall just ready my shots. For as soon as they get into range, I'm taking those shots.
Okay, Caxos, are you still taking a nap?
No, I will use my last remaining spell slot, the only thing I have left in me, to cast Poison the Gums.
There you go.
Okay.
Below that.
And I have some colors piloting, so I will, use that last one push to bless them with the 5 plays.
How many people can you hit with Bless?
3.
3. Okay.
At first level, 3.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, that's you, and they are still closing, and Kala, you're ready to action?
That would most likely be, evasive maneuvers as soon as they got within range of our guns, just to be able to get one shot off before they get.
Alright. Okay. Willow, I assume you're going to be also readying an action to fire?
Yep. Give it a shoots.
Shooties. Okay. And finally, Boom Squid.
So ready in action to get the shield moved in whatever direction they're coming from.
Okay. Nobody notices Zap cowering under the engineering console, but he is not having a great day and is currently scared to come out. And
Okay right now.
Chaos
Wait, is that where you are?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay right now.
he likes you.
Is Chaos hiding in his hiding hole?
Chaos is just like cowering right now, just like in the main crew area, just like on the couch, just like.
Just narrowly avoid space madness and is now going to die to pirates.
Right?
Yes, I sleep on that couch. If you wet yourself, I'm making you clean it.
That's funny. Didn't I tell you the same thing when we first boarded?
Wow.
Oh, that is painful because it's true. Thank you, Kala. Anyways.
All right. So, you are already, the tension is on, the alarms are blaring, the 4 Vect ships are bearing down on your ship, and we're going to stop there for the night. So, we will pick up next session in hot combat with the 4 Vect drones. Anybody want to do some plugs here before we sign off for the night?
I guess just the reminder per usual, every Wednesday check out Scotty Hood on Twitch TV. If that game's still going on every Wednesday.
Scotty has so many
believe-
games on his channel. Just check pretty much every day of the week. Just check out Scotty. He's probably doing something.
All right, so
Yeah, sounds
Twitch
right.
TV /Scotty_800D. He is our primary game channel for live streaming events. He has games like the latter half of the week almost every day. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, he's got games on stream. It's a
I think
madhouse.
he has Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. He has, I think, 2 games on Saturday.
Isn't Saffron Academy being hosted on his
Saffron's
channel?
on my channel, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, then you want to plug
Yeah.
that?
And actually, I was about to say, like, yes. You can also check out every other Thursday. So next week, not this, or I guess it doesn't really matter. It's hard to say which week it is. 'Cause I don't know what week you release on. So, but every other week, Thursday at 7.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And
She
at
froze.
7:30, or I can't remember. I changes the time bunch. Oh, geez, I'm having some lag here.
Yeah, it's okay.
EST.
You're back.
Saffron Academy, a bubblegum shoe magical school game
Okay, that
that
sounds
is
cute.
ran by Aya. Our group is a huge mess. You can find Scotty on that, Aya, Callie, pretty much just so many people who everybody here know, but
Everybody over there
That's
is
it.
like cinnamon rolls, and it's so adorable. It's disgusting.
I can't tell how much was heard there, so because my internet is shit right now.
No, we got it.
Okay,
got
good.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
I
we
might
got
as well
it.
plug it too. On Sundays at 1:30 p.m. EST, my girlfriend runs a game of masks called Starfall Academy. Yes, I have 2 Academy games on my channel right now. It's really funny.
That sounds really exciting. I'm gonna have to tune into that actually.
Please do. It is a blast. I
wait, is that
play a absolute disaster character.
Is there any other way to play?
I don't think so.
yeah,
Oh,
here.
I think I
I'm
will
trying
also.
to hear what.
Okay.
You
So-
got it? Okay. I also have.
Yeah.
So, at
You
Freya
can find
the
that
Freak.
at Fraction D&D. Sorry.
No, you're good. At Freya the Freak on Twitch TV. I believe my Wednesday game is being moved to every other Friday due to people changing out new jobs and stuff like that. Where I play an absolute bastard of a kobold. Wait, are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
You just did.
Fair enough. I play an absolute bastard of a kobold alcoholic who is looking to try to, find her brother, and she's also hanging out with what feels like slightly less. I was gonna say they feel like playing with Guardians of the Galaxy, but after tonight, I feel like they're just playing with like a group of slight assholes. This is Guardians of the Galaxy.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. January, did you want to go next?
Actually, yeah, I do have something this time around. Well, not this time around, but later. I'm working on my first homebrew project that I'm going to be putting up on DM's Guild sometime soon. It won't work for this setting, probably not, because it's more for like your classic D&D fantasy setting. But keep a lookout for the College of Dragons song. I'm workshopping a name for myself to put it under, but right now I'm thinking I might go with the Sphinx Library. Might be my username for it, but you never know. I'm going to be getting art from US for it, for some of the magic items, and the cover art is going to be done by a good friend of mine from Twitter called Mama Burger, spelled BURRGER.
Okay.
So
Well,
definitely check it out if you like the idea of being a bard who not only seduces the dragon but has scholarly knowledge of the dragon and also can channel dragon magic and give your friends a lot of cool elemental stuff and also have a little pseudo dragon pal hanging around with you, then this will be for you.
Okay.
This
Well,
basically feels like Bard absolutely off its shits, because usually the Bard is always known, I'm gonna fuck the dragon, but now the Bard is, I am the dragon in every aspect, and I fucking love that.
And also the dragon is my husband and my wife.
Yes, I'm a probably poly relationship with dragons.
I'm not gonna lie though. Most of the inspiration for this came from that GIF of the Green Ranger playing the dragon flute,
oh,
the dragon dagger.
I mean,
I
as
don't know.
good of
Some
an
of that.
inspiration of any.
Yui's like something tells me that there's like a hint of that Rick and Morty soul bonding episode in there.
No, there isn't. Admittedly,
Slut dragons.
I know the episode you're talking about, but I surprisingly have never watched it.
Oh well, you should just to get the framing of context here. All right, moving along. However, Sage, did you have any plugs?
Not this time.
Okay. Well, Sage joins us on a couple of the other aforementioned games, so if you find us, you'll likely find him as well. And of course, Uis, our resident art god. Commission him. He does amazing work. He does sexy work. He likes big ears and thick feminine forms, and also Outlanders and
kaiju.
And kaiju, yes.
A lot of things.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
He's a man of many talents.
I am
Man of many talents and kinks.
I have too much work though right now, so.
Oh, commissions are closed. Okay,
actually, if you want your character like drawn quick and good, I suggest checking like Kali at Cap Kali, I think.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can plug our friends.
And
so Cap
Scotty,
Kali, yes, and Scotty Hood and Aya Gowunder.
Yeah, and Aya, these three work super fast and super well, so I really recommend them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and their work is heckin' cute. I can confirm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
110% adorable as fuck. Like, if I can't get like Yuichi to do it, or he's like absolutely swamped, those are the people that I would go to. But I will say, if you can't get Yuichi, well, to quote him from at least one of his posts, his goblins are like his Spanish accent, thick and sexy.
Wow. Got a bit wrong, but also really unexpected.
Also, I keep forgetting that I have an accent. But
I'm literally quoting a post of yours that I have. Like,
I know.
Just...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's imitation is the sincerest form of flattery or not, but like you inspired the voice for Axel that I have, so you'll know when I am speaking for Axel, I kind of take on the Catalan accent a little bit. So it's not perfect, but it's something.
Nice. I don't know if that sounds like me. I have no idea, really.
It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe neighbors, but like I'm not nailing your quite yet.
I mean, I actually understand you better when you do that, so.
I must be doing something right then. Anyway, we're gonna call it here for tonight. Thanks everybody for listening, and we will see you next week on the quest for the Quantum Rose. Good night, everyone.
See
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Dark Matter is copyright Mage Hand Press. Check them out at mfov.magehandpress.com. Sound effects by Sirenscape Online, the premier solution for your virtual tabletop RPG sound effects needs. $22 every other month gets you access to Sirenscape's library of hundreds of curated music and sound effect packages. From swords to spells to starships, if you need sound, you need Sirenscape Online. Check them out at sirenscape.com. Zap the Laser Corgi and Snickle Socks if you appear today, appear courtesy of the Retroverse. Check them out at lasersandliches.com. Radical.